Mr. Dangote, you have previously complained about the difficulty of traveling on a Nigerian passport across the continent. Has it become easier?
Even an hour ago, I complained to President Kagame.
Now the Ghanaian passport is one of the most valuable. You've seen all the rankings. Other countries are putting pressure on their presidents, teasing their president on social media. It's very interesting. There's a particular country that say they want to borrow our president for just 1 week.
Yes, so Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs in Ghana, there is one country that have been talking about how to borrow Ghana president, and that country is no other than Nigeria. They said Ghanaians should borrow them President Mahama for just 1 week or even 1 day. Yes, guys, you can see from this video that even the richest man in Nigeria is complaining about their passports. Is complaining about the Nigerian passport being the weakest passport in Africa. Right now, a lot of Nigerians are wailing. They are crying. Even most of them go as far as trying to look for other countries' passports, countries like Ghana, because their passport right now is ranked one of the best in Africa. Even not just in Africa, but in the world. I'm going to be sharing videos with you to tell you how even the rich is crying in Nigeria, not only the poor. Because I said before, not only poor they cry, but right now, the rich self, they follow the poor, they cry. We are all suffering for the same fate. You cannot escape it. Whether you are rich in Nigeria or you are poor, you cannot escape this passport issue. You cannot escape anything that has to do with your country. This is the reason why we keep asking ourselves as Nigerians, let us keep talking to our government. The more we talk, they will listen one day and make sure they grant us our heart desires. Just like the way Ghanaians are always complaining. And right now, their passport is high ranked, one of the best in Africa. And also, they have properly scrutinized the passport to the point that no foreigners can get it anyhow. You cannot get the Ghana passport anyhow. But in Nigeria, the system is just so weak that anyone from Cotonou, anybody from different countries can just come and get a Nigerian passport and do whatever they wish with it. I just hope the government of Nigeria sits up, learn from Ghana. But let's take a look at the video.
Mr. Dangote, you have previously complained about the difficulty of traveling on a Nigerian passport across the continent. Has it become easier?
Even an hour ago, I complained to President Kagame.
At least you can come here visa-free.
No, yeah, it's the best example, but I told him that, yes, as an investor, as somebody who really wants to make Africa great, I have to now apply 35 different visas on my passport. And I told Mr. President, I said, Mr. President, I really don't have the time to go and be dropping my passports in embassies to get a visa. But you see, the most annoying thing is that, yes, if you are treating everybody the same, then I can understand. You know, I can assure you, Patrick doesn't need 35 visas. So I said that, what I'm saying,
you don't need 35 visas on a French passport.
You don't need 35 visas on French passport.
No.
But, you know, so which means you have a freer movement than myself.
Now the Ghanaian passport is one of the most valuable. You've seen all the rankings. Other countries are putting pressure on their presidents, teasing their president on social media. It's very interesting. There's a particular country that say they want to borrow our president for just 1 week. You know, so we now have about 50. We now have about 50 countries that with the visas that you can travel to. And since independence, since 1957, if President Mahama alone has done 15, imagine if all his predecessors were doing that. And at this rate, by the time he leaves office, we may be approaching 70 or 80 countries. Visa waiver agreements and dignified travel by Ghanaians.
If you have been blessed with a Ghanaian passport, you can travel to 67 countries in the world visa-free, because the government of Ghana has been able to acquire agreements with 67 countries to make sure that the citizens of Ghana can travel with little stress to these countries. However, the 67 countries that you have visa-free access to have also been divided into 3 categories. Now, the first category is the countries that will give you absolute visa-free access. You don't need to apply for a visa before, no electronic travel authorization, nothing, no paperwork, no nothing. These are completely visa-free, and there are 47 countries in total. Now, the second categories are countries that are going to give you a visa on arrival. It means before traveling, you don't need to apply for anything, but when you arrive at the international airport, they are going to give you what they call a visa on arrival. And the third category is the countries are the countries that are going to give you an electronic travel authorization. Now, do you want to find out which countries are in which category? I think you do. So let's go. So the countries that give you complete visa-free access as a Ghanaian passport holder are Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Benin, British Virgin Islands, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Cook Islands, Cote d'Ivoire, Dominica, Eswatini, Fiji, Gambia, Grenada, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, Kenya, Kiribati, Lesotho, Liberia, Malawi, Mali, Mauritius, Micronesia, Montserrat, Mozambique, Niger, Nigeria, Morocco, Philippines, Rwanda, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Singapore, South Africa, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Tanzania, Togo, Trinidad and Tobago, Uganda, Vanuatu, and Zimbabwe. So these are the 47 countries that you can travel to absolutely visa-free as a Ghanaian. All you need is your Ghanaian passport or your ECOWAS identity passport card, and you are good to go. Now, 19 countries are going to give you visa on arrival as a Ghanaian, and these are as follows: Burundi, Cambodia, Comoros, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Jordan, Lebanon, Macau, Madagascar, Maldives, Nicaragua, Niue, Palau, St. Lucia, Samau, Seychelles, Timor-Leste, Tuvalu, and Zambia. And finally, only one country on this list is going to give you an electronic travel authorization, and that is my person's favorite place, St. Kitts and Nevis. So this brings us to a total of 67 countries that you have the, let's say, the freedom and the rights to travel to as a Ghanaian. So let me know what you think. And I do, however, have to issue a disclaimer that visa-free doesn't mean that they're going to give you automatic entry. It means they're not going to require you to have documents, but they do reserve the right to check to make sure that you have no criminal record and you're going into the country with good intention. So
a lot of Ghanaians have been telling me, Ace, come for your Ghana card already. Come for your Ghana passport already. Come for your Ghana card already. A way to appreciate the truth that I speak out there, not necessarily because I say things that, favor Ghanaians, but because I say the truth. When you look at it, some Nigerians have been able to confirm to this, and if you're not able to confirm to that, you can lean towards lies, right? But that's not the importance now. Nigerians, listen to this. A lot of Ghanaians or South Africans will come and say, Ace, come and take your Ghana card already. Come and do this already. Now, I've been really thinking about this. And one of the things that came out from this is that Ghanaians can truly brag about the value that is in their card. A Ghanaian will tell you, listen, I'll give you the Ghana card. And you'll understand that he gave you something that is bigger than money. I can imagine those people lying, stating their lies just to favor Nigerians. I can imagine them being told, you know what, come for your Nigerian card. come for your Nigerian card. Who wants to have a Nigerian card? What value does the Nigerian passport have? What value does the Nigerian card have? People are going online and tearing their Nigerian passports to tell you how valueless, how irritating, how debasing, how demeaning, how irrelevant, how inefficient, how incompetent that passport is, owing to its people. Its people had ruined, had inhibited, had depleted, had retrogressed the value of that passport. Ghana, on the other hand, a lot of Nigerians are running helter-skelter. How can I get my Ghana passport? How can I get my Ghana card? They are running helter-skelter. So, you see, that's why, in everything that I say, I would always be vindicated, because I would always supply people with loads of evidences. What is your value in standing with Nigerians? What is your value with standing with Nigerians? If they give you money, the Nigerian money, the benevolence of Nigerians are relevant, because your money can't even guarantee you of a soft life in Nigeria. It can't even guarantee you of safety in Nigeria. It can't. So why stand with Nigerians? At least I'm told, hey, you know what? Come and take your Ghanaian card. And you know that this passport has a great value. This passport has a great value. When they tell you people that a good name, good reputation is bigger than silver and gold. How much are you people spending now just for Ghana card? You don't want to make it really difficult for you people will still pay for that. Why? Because you know the value of that card. That card has more value than your currency. That's why you're giving so much currency to obtain that card. That's that passport. And here I am, being offered to be given such value, without any fee. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the reward of standing for the truth.
I'll repeat again, just like my brother Ace said, a good name is better than silver and gold. If you have a good name, the world will acknowledge you. Money is good, but will money take you far? No. But a good name will take you far beyond your expectations. So when you see Ghanaians bragging about their passports, they earn it. They worked hard for it. They scrutinized people. They ask questions. They don't just look away. They ask questions. Are you a Ghanaian? Why should you have those passports? Are you from Ghana? But in Nigeria, the I don't care life has made a lot of Nigerians don't care about their country. They don't care about their passport. Even some Nigerians will go as far as using this passport to commit crimes in different countries in the world. And when they do, it devalues the strength of the passports. Most times we Nigerians will blame our government, but we should blame ourselves, because we are the ones making use of this passport to travel out of different countries. So imagine you as a person traveling with a Nigerian passport, and you are taking along hard substances with you, and you got caught. and you want to blame it on the Nigerian government for making your passports weak. Meanwhile, you are the cause of the weak passports for your country. You are the ones creating bad image and reputations for your country. It is high time Nigerians sit upright and do the right thing. See, it is no longer about the rich or the poor. It favors only the rich. Even the Nigerian passport right now, even the poor, unless you're with a diplomatic passport, that is when you escape all these issues. But if you don't have a diplomatic passport, my brother, my sister, rich and poor, we suffer everything together. We cry, they cry together. If they delay you at the airports for 2 hours or 3 hours, we all suffer for it. So there is no rich man in this Nigerian passport. There is no poor man in this Nigerian passport. And that is the reason why the Ghana government have made sure that the Ghana passports rank the best in Africa by making sure that nobody misuses their passports in any country.